Number 10, Until Dawn. Developed by Supermassive Games and published by Sony, Until Dawn is a survival horror game expected to clock in at about 9 hours, but the developers intend for multiple playthroughs so you can understand the full story. The game also uses a new system called the butterfly effect, in which any choice of action by the player can cause dramatic consequences later in the game. The game also has a strict autosave system to prevent players regretting a decision and reloading a save. In short, pick your decisions wisely. Number 9, Street Fighter V. The first new numbered entry in the series in nearly 7 years, Capcom Street Fighter V is expected to release in early 2016. It will be running on the Unreal Engine 4 and be released on the PS4 and the PC exclusively. And for the first time ever, it will feature cross-platform play between the PlayStation 4 version of the game and the PC version of the game. Number 8, No Man's Sky. Developed and published by Hello Games, No Man's Sky looks to take the open world formula and amplify it by becoming an open universe game. Players can explore the surface of numerous planets and interact with many different NPCs and engage in combat with hostile forces. The game will feature planetary exploration, deep ocean space battles, and resource gathering on procedurally generated worlds. Expect to play No Man's Sky later this year. Number 7, Star Wars Battlefront. The third main entry in the Battlefront series, Star Wars Battlefront is developed by DICE, who are famous for the Battlefield games. Running on the Frostbite 3 engine, Battlefront lets players choose to control either a Rebel Alliance soldier or a stormtrooper. The game includes cooperative missions and 40-player online multiplayer matches, but unfortunately it does not have a traditional single-player campaign. You can get your hands on Star Wars Battlefront on November 17th of this year. Number 6, Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Developed by Eidos Montreal and published by Square Enix, Deus Ex Mankind Divided is a sequel to 2011's critically acclaimed Deus Ex Human Revolution. Adam Jensen returns as the protagonist with new technology and new body augmentations. The game also uses a brand new engine under the title of the Dawn Engine. Expect engaging combat and a gripping story from this cyberpunk game, expected to release sometime in 2016. Number 5, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Developed by Kojima Productions and published by Konami, the latest entry in the popular Metal Gear franchise, Metal Gear Solid 5 follows the story of the mercenary leader Venom Snake as he ventures into Africa. Alongside the single-player campaign will be an online component to the game called Metal Gear Online, featuring 16-player multiplayer games. The stealth action-adventure game is expected to release on September 1st. Number 4, Batman Arkham Knight. Developed by Rocksteady Studios, Batman Arkham Knight is planned to be the last entry in the beloved Arkham series of games. Set 1 year after Batman Arkham City, Arkham Knight follows Batman as he battles Scarecrow, who has returned to unite all of Batman's enemies in a plan to finally kill the Dark Knight. Featuring a massive and fully explorable realization of Gotham City and the introduction of the Batmobile as a drivable vehicle for the first time, Arkham Knight looks to be head and shoulders above the previous Arkham games. You can get your hands on it June 23rd. Number 3, Final Fantasy 15. Originally titled Final Fantasy Versus 13 and originally planned for a release on the PlayStation 3, Final Fantasy 15's release finally looks to be imminent. Directed by Tetsuya Nomura and Hajime Tabata, Final Fantasy 15 takes place in a modernized world where the nations of the world have waged war. Featuring a giant world to explore, a battle system that of a realistic version of Kingdom Hearts, and oh, how could we forget, an all-male cast, Final Fantasy 15 looks to be more of an open-world action game than a traditional JRPG. Expect Final Fantasy 15 to release sometime in 2016. Number 2, The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. Developed by CD Projekt Red, The Witcher 3 is the first of the series to appear on a PlayStation console. The Witcher 3 is expected to conclude the story of the Witcher, Geralt of Rivia. Geralt embarks on a personal mission while the world order itself is coming to a change. The Witcher 3 will have a gigantic world to explore, which the developers are touting to have roughly 200 hours worth of content. Expect a gripping finale to the story of Geralt, and of course you can also expect fantastic visuals. You can play The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt on May 19th. Before we get to number 1, here are some honorable mention. Dead Island 2, Mad Max, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Finally, for number 1, Uncharted 4: A Thieves End. Developed by arguably Sony's ace team, Naughty Dog, Uncharted 4: A Thieves End takes place 3 years after the events of Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception. Nathan Drake is now a retired fortune hunter and has calmed down to a normal lifestyle. Events unfold and his world is turned upside down once again, and Drake ends up embarking on a journey pursuing the conspiracy behind the long-lost pirate colony and its fabled pirate treasure. The first of the series on the PlayStation 4, expect Naughty Dog to harness the power of Sony's new hardware and bring forth the best entry in the critically acclaimed franchise. Expect to play Uncharted 4 early 2016. Do you agree with our list of the top 10 PlayStation 4 games? Is there any games we missed or games you thought should have been on this list at a higher or lower position? Leave them in the comments down below, as well as your requests for future top 10s. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.